Sup, my name is Rude for the TheYugiohCouncil, and today on Coffee Time, because we couldn't get out yesterday, because more important things, sorry. We're going to ask the biggest question, and probably the biggest debate of all fucking time. Which matters? Or does they both matter? Casual or competitive play? Which means more to you? Which is better? Which you should be doing, and why the fuck should you care about both? So, the first thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is instantly go down, I'm just fixing the tripod, go down to the comments and tell me, do you play casual, do you play competitive? I really want to know, so this way we can start this off. So I will start with the competitive scene. It is a never shifting game. You never know what's going to come next, but usually you know what you're prepared for, and when a rogue deck comes, it can kind of ruin your day because you weren't prepared for it. So that's something to keep in mind to be prepared for. It is a fast-paced game that comes down to a lot of skill. And honestly, sometimes it kind of just took a step back and said, I really don't want to talk about meta, but you know what? I'm not even going to lie to you, I'm going to make this reference after playing like freaking, I think it was 10 hours of Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and trying to get a copy of Demon Souls. I'm making this reference. Those games are extremely hard and they're not for the faint of heart, and that's how I kind of feel about the metagame right now. It's not for the faint of heart, it's for those who really want to do it. It's not just for fun, it's more that feeling you get when you accomplish a win because of how hard it is to get there, and you're like, damn, I want to do that again. I want to kick the next guy's ass. I want to be the very best that I could be, and goddamn, the references are all over the place today. But in all seriousness, let's jump over to the casual base. It's more fun, it's more lighthearted, you play with friends, you don't give a shit about meta. You know, you're just like, whatever, man, it doesn't bother me. Rakeki comes back, that's all fucking awesome. You're probably going to play different cards, weird cards, or maybe you're in the middle. I like the middle. The middle's fun. You play both, especially, and this is what I feel. A lot of Yu-Gi tubers, we're in the middle when it comes to competitive and non-competitive, because we like to do both. At least that's my stance, and I think Mikey's partly there. Partly there. Hi, Mikey. But in all seriousness, it's a good space to be because the casual base is just fun, it's lighthearted, you can enter tournaments, you don't win, it's whatever. You know, you're there to play to have fun. And you can play a fun deck and get away with it. Ghost Trick to me are a fun deck. You play, competitive, you're going to be playing a little more serious. So pretty much the main three choices for your deck are going to be either Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, or Killer Forts. Satella Knights being a fourth, and then everything else being a fifth. Now, why did I say those three and not Satella Knights is because Satella Knights is just not that good, as much as it kills me to say that, because I think they have a lot of potential. Now, being on the competitive scene, you have to look out for things that are upcoming, and things that could be a threat. So, let's put in that example, Malefics, because of the 4,000 beat stick, gives a good matchup to the Killer Forts if they can get it going. And if Killer Forts don't bring out Volcasaurus to kick your ass. Just saying. If you're a mounted bound creator, that could change a lot of things really damn quickly. Now, the other thing I want to say is also Noble Knights, because they're a wild card right now, and we don't know how well the new support is going to push them. If they push them enough, they'll become tier 1. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not going to be tier 1, they're going to be tier 1. I still think there's a lot of competition out there, and we're going to see things like skill drain, vanity's emptiness, the floodgates to ruin that. So, I'm just putting that out there. When you're in the competitive scene, I hate saying this trend word, you're going to go with the Hoban effect, the trend effect, whatever you want to call it. You know, the bandwagon. There's a reason for that though. Because in that sense is that this card is good, I can fit it in my deck, the way we're playing it, I'm going to play it. Vanity's emptiness. Skill drain for Killer Forts, but I don't fully see it bandwagoning, so we'll kind of just leave that there. Upstart Goblin, Reckless Greed, things of that sort. You know, Effect Valor in 3s, Maxis in 3s. Some of those weren't really trends, but it's just to make a point. So, if you can get away with playing it, you would play it. If you could play Dragosack at the point that Dragosack was really expensive and hard to get, and was super duper really like just hard to get over, then you're going to play it. You're going to play one-on-one, you're going to play one-on-one. There's a lot of diversity in casual play. And to me, that always made it more fun. You know, I I didn't look at competitive scene as fun. I look at it as something you want to do to basically win. And you could have fun. I'm not going to take that away. You could. And I'm starting to understand a little more because I did step away in 2008 away from the competitive scene. It was like 2008 or 2009. I stepped away. It was right after Black Week format. I stepped away from it. Mainly because I have been playing competitive since 06, and I just really wanted a break from playing competitive. But now my competitive nature is starting to pick up more, I guess. I want to get back into it a little bit. Oh shit, Ryu just said he wants to go to YCS. Let's not go that far that fast. I'm still going to work around my schedules. So, there's that. But in all seriousness, I feel the competitive scene is fun to an extent. It can be frustrating at times because, you know, there are still sacky cards in the game state, and you can't deny that. I mean, I think most of us would agree Raigeki's kind of sacky, but most decks can float that in the metagame that they can't, you know, they have to, they can deal with it. They don't have a problem with it. And in more casual scene, you're playing a Dark Magician deck, no disrespect Dark Magician deck, or you're playing Chaos Dragons that are not super competitive, then Raigeki, would hurt you more. But at least to me, when it comes to that middle ground, which I'm talking about, is I can play something like Chaos Dragons and get around meta decks, and casual, I can still just play for fucking shits and giggles and fun. So there is that middle ground. There are 3 levels to the basically, Yu-Gi-Oh scene, as I see it. When we're talking about playing the cards. It's the casual scene, the more middle scene, you're just entering tournaments, regionals, having fun with friends, playing more high-end deck, you want to play to win a little more. And then you have more, I want to win all the time, top, YCS and Worlds, Nationals. And there's nothing wrong with any of the 3. I just want to point that out during this video. There's nothing wrong with any of the 3. And I honestly feel that if you don't take a break from the competitive scene, at least for like 5 minutes, and just play a fun game, then you are missing out something. Or if you're playing the casual scene, and you don't take 5 minutes out of the casual scene and go to the competitive scene and see what's going on, then you're missing out. If you go to that middle ground, it is such a just like greener, over the fence grass scene that is just fun. You don't need to stay there all the time. It's just a breath of fresh air that can help you reinventuate the way you're thinking when it comes to gameplay. And something I feel a lot of people are just kind of missing out on at times, and how they take what I say sometimes, keywords sometimes, the wrong way. And how it can be misconceived that either I'm casual or competitive. I'm in the middle, guys. I'm just straight up in the middle. I have fun with it. I do take it a little bit serious. I like to win. I have that competitive nature in me where I aim to win. But if I don't win at the end of the day, it is what it is, Guy was better than me, I got luck sacked, or he top decked at the right moment. That, it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And something you learn over time. But taking a step, I just want to go back to that. Taking a step back from casual or competitive based nature is a good breath of fresh air. It's basically like either going out too much or not being home, or being home too much. You need both to basically get in that right proper mindset. And something I've been learning for the past couple of weeks myself, I'm not even gonna lie to you, where basically you need an equal balance. If you have that equal balance, you could play better as a player, or you can just go with that next step. And that's something I've been aiming for this channel too, is taking the next step. And that's what I'm aiming for here with these discussions, and why I always feel it's so good to talk about. But we're pretty much closing in on wrapping this video up. And I'm sorry to keep it only at 10 minutes, but between the rendering times, the editing times, and everything else, it's mostly the rendering and uploading times that eat up most of the time, because my processor on my laptop is basically not that good. And we're looking towards upgrading sometime next year to a bigger PC gaming rig that'll handle all the processing power much faster. So that'll be a thing that'll happen next year. And then the videos will become longer. I just wanted to point that out, because it does take nearly, I think, an hour and a half to do a 10-minute video. And that's without editing. That is just rendering, and then it's about another half hour to upload. So that's about a good 2 hours. And then it's 10 minutes of film, and then about 15 minutes to edit. So it does add up quite a bit for anyone who doesn't, fully get that, but I'm just putting that out there. But back to the final part of this video, I just want to say, regardless if you play competitive or casual, they both matter at the end of the day. Without the casual market, Konami would not survive. Konami would not be able to sustain themselves from people who don't buy packs. And it's not a sign of disrespect. And the people who play competitive keep this game interesting for new players. And that is the honest goddamn truth. Because when you show such skill, and people see that skill, they get interested really fucking quickly. And that's something I've been learning with different games that take a little more skill to play, or take a little more patience. And that's something I'm trying to bring over into the videos by basically learning from other things that don't really make sense or don't, exactly fit in with Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can make it fit in by learning those lessons from it. And that's why I'm trying to just get the message out there now. I'm super excited to basically one day, keyword here, one day at least once enter YCS. Yes, I just said those words. I don't really have too much time to do that right now between the videos and everything else I'm doing, obviously. There will be a point that maybe time will free up. I'll be able to go to one. We'll plan it out. That'll be a thing. And then hopefully you guys will be there, some of you, and we'll just have fun. Oh, also, real quick, I just want to say hello to the guys in Louisiana who talked to Yugi 514. Yes, hello. See, me and Yugi 514 talk back and back. Hello. They're probably like, oh my god, he said hello, he knows. I know everything. But anyway, jokingly. Anyway, I just want to say thank you again to each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to watch this video and continually support the council. It means the world to me, and I will never pretty much stop doing it until the world ends. Let's put it that way. That's my goal right now. So, from all of us at the council, thanks for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm off to edit these videos, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace.